1, 2, 3, 4.
If you find you're stuck indoors,
Make some art and make some more.
if you're feeling really bored,
Make some art and make some more.
don't matter if you cannot draw,
Make some art and make some more.
make something never seen before.
Make some art and make some more. And make some more.
Welcome to Room 13 Art Studio, brought to you each week by Janie, artist in residence at the Mill Primary Academy. She'll help you make your home a fun and fabulous creative zone with little help from Finn and Paddy. Join us each week for Magic Make, Drawing Date, Awesome Artist, Tremendous Tip. Right, let's get the arty started. Phew!
Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of Room 13 Art Studio. How are you this week, Paddy? So, this week we're going to be making some ugly on purpose dolls or monsters.
I don't think they're ugly.
You don't think they're ugly? Nor do I. I think they're kind of cute. So we're inspired by the artist Kim Worker, who's American, and she's got a project called Mighty Ugly, where she, is that funny, Paddy? She encourages people to not worry about neatness or anything looking perfect, but just to make things ugly on purpose so that you can just feel really free whenever you're making. That's nice, isn't it, Paddy? It's a nice idea to feel really free in what you're doing.
I wouldn't say that they were ugly dolls. I would say they're sock puppets. No, not sock puppets. But, no. Well, yeah, sock puppets, but stuffed with
But do
bits.
you get the idea that what she's encouraging is that we don't have to make things look perfect, that it's good to just make things no matter how they turn out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice idea. I like it.
So, we have socks.
We have some bits and pieces.
Of course. Me and my brother's old socks.
Yeah.
That we had when we were, like, what was it, like, 1 year old? 1 0?
When we were tiny.
Yeah.
When we were babies.
So we've used socks because that's what we had handy around the house, but you could use any fabric you wanted, or you can make them out of paper. You don't even have to make them out of fabric. You can draw them on a piece of paper. If you really haven't got enough materials, you can just draw yourself
Right.
a Mighty Ugly puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
What
of
else have we
course,
got,
we're
Paddy?
going to have the stuffing.
We've got stuffing, but you
And-
could use all tights or any old fabric that you've got to stuff yours if you haven't got proper stuffing.
And we also have this.
Yeah, a big tray of kind of odds and sods. So we've got like little pom-poms. What else have we got in
Whatever
here, Paddy?
this is, yeah, it's cardboard.
Cardboard.
I didn't see, but
Pipe cleaners.
pipe cleaners, and we also got pipe cleaners as well. Oh yeah, we also got pipe cleaners.
A lot of pipe cleaners.
Oh yeah, there's actually something else we have. Pipe cleaners.
Okay, so Paddy, shall we see them back in a minute to do some making?
Oh wait, well, can I just say that I like to call this box the arts and crafts.
It's the arts and craft box.
Yeah.
So, we will see you back in a minute for making our Mighty Ugly doll.
Woo!
Okay, so this is our little Mighty Ugly person, just to give you a little bit of inspiration. He's got mismatching eyes, so one button, one large eye, and we've stuck some threads on for his hair, and he's got funny pipe cleanery arms. And all you need is some bits of old socks. We've got some stuffing, but you could use all tights, and then we've got a big assortment of decorative bits, stickers and pipe cleaners and all sorts. And if you want, you can do some sewing. I've got a needle and embroidery thread, and we did have a pair of scissors somewhere. Here we are. We will need scissors. Okay, so Paddy, do you want to talk us through how you would like to start your Mighty Ugly
I would,
monster?
but you see this fluff here? It looks a bit like snow, doesn't it?
It does look really like snow.
Maybe we could create our own snowstorm with it. Snow, snow,
Oops.
snow star. Snow, snow, snow star.
Lovely, Paddy. So let's get started with the making. Okay, what do you want? How do you want to do this?
So I was thinking that this is supposed to be the body and this is supposed to be the head.
Mm-hmm.
But why not we have this as the head and this as the top hats?
Okay, so you want to do a head and a hat.
Yes.
So are we going to start by stuffing them? You want to stuff them?
Well, I don't want to stuff this
You don't want to stuff the hat,
because it's a hat.
but you're going to stuff the head, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head and body.
So should I tie the top of the head like that to stop the stuffing coming out, or do you want it to just kind of sit in like that? We could put a pipe cleaner around it.
I want it. In fact, maybe we will stuff the top hats.
So is that the head stuffed then?
Yep,
That-
and we're going to stuff the top hat.
Maybe put a little bit. I think it's quite good to put quite a bit of stuffing in the head. And you're
To
going
make him absolutely bulge.
Yeah, a little bit bulge. So,
Okay, this is good for my top hat.
okay.
Now I want that on.
Oh, that looks awesome, Paddy. A bit like Dr. Zeus. So, do you want me to wrap a pipe cleaner around here, or
Yeah, I want-
or stitch
I
it
want
with
this-
thread?
I want this to go absolutely everywhere like that.
So, Paddy, can I ask you, do you want me to stitch it with thread, or do you want me to wrap a pipe cleaner around?
Wrap a pipe cleaner around.
Right.
Wait,
Do you want to choose the colour?
I'd like to use, yes. Ooh, well, I hear that light green goes well with
Yeah.
very, very bluey green.
Okay. That. Yes, I think
That's,
the greens will look nice together.
That's
So we'll just
strange.
wrap it
I
round.
want another bit here. In fact, I want to have another bit. Let's just snap this. Why is it not snapping? I
We
snapped
can cut it.
before.
Wait, no, I think it'll be hard to snap a pipe cleaner. You want to cut it in half? Okay.
I want that to go round here,
Okay. You do go for
like
it.
very tight.
Very tight.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
I can't tie anything
Okay.
in a good knot that's efficient. Okay, I can tie. I can tie my shoelaces. No, I can't. But
Right. Okay. He's looking really good.
oh wait. Just so
Do you
the
want to decorate him with anything else? Do you want to see? There's stickers and things in here.
I want to give him wings.
You want to give him wings. Okay. Do you want another feather?
Yes.
There's a green one. See, look, there's loads of sequins-y bits in here as well, Paddy.
Okay, now I'll turn Stuff Man over.
So do you want to glue those feathers down? Shall we use a glue gun? Are you able to pull up the glue gun there?
Wait, a gun?
A glue gun. We've got a glue gun, which is really, really helpful. So
Don't touch this here, it's hot. In fact, if you just didn't see, can we show them which bit not to touch when it's on?
you should get a grown-up to help you.
Yes,
So-
don't touch this bit here.
Bits of embroidery thread. So do you want some lengths of embroidery thread to come out?
Yes.
Okay. So where do you want those to go?
Now, we need to make the web shooters though. I was thinking maybe we just have one here.
Right, okay. So how do we make it?
I don't know.
Okay, so how about...
Why don't we have one coming out of his tooth?
Oh, that's a really good idea. A web shooter coming out of his tooth. So we could just have the thread... I could glue the thread onto the tooth.
Wait, I've actually got a good idea. Whilst the glue
Just be careful.
I want to attach it to here.
You want to attach it to his back? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get the glue gun up
In
again.
fact, why don't we give him a backpack?
A backpack, we could do that. What would you like to make the backpack out of? So Paddy, how's it taking shape? What else are you going to add to it? You're making a backpack here.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
I want to attach this with the glue gun.
This is looking really cool. So let's get up the glue gun then.
In fact, maybe I won't have it there. Maybe I'll just have this.
You want that just stuck directly?
Yeah.
I like this. I really like that.
It's you can't really see the wings.
Oh right, okay. It's spoiling your view of the wings, is it?
It's not that I want to see wings. It's a bit square. And I was hoping the backpack be 3D. Everything's 3D in this world. The only thing that isn't 3D is things that are on screens and pictures.
Okay, this is looking fabulous. Is there anything else you're going to add, Paddy, before we finish off?
Yes, of course there is.
You could stick him to that.
There's way more. I want to make him a surfboard.
Okay.
Okay, maybe not a surfboard, but I want to give him feet.
Okay, so do you want to make feet? What do you want to make the feet out of? Is there anything in here? Do you want to make feet out of this?
What's this?
Or feet?
Cut the ropes.
That's just little bits of glue from the glue gun.
Okay, so I wanted to make...
Here's some dark blue.
I want you to cut them like
feet shape.
Like that.
Yeah, okay.
And then right in a triangle like that.
Right, okay, so a bit like...
No, as in like zigzaggy.
Zigzaggy?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like, as in like...
Just triangles.
Okay, that's good. I was hoping this would be a bit longer.
Like that? Should we stick him down?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let's get the glue gun and...
You know, there's this program that I've seen. Well, it isn't a program. I think, well, maybe it is. It's also on YouTube. It might be a program, it might not, I'm not sure. But it's definitely on YouTube. It's called Operation Ouch.
Operation Ouch. And what's that about, Paddy? There we are. He's looking great.
Well, I was thinking this guy might be like, ouch, that's hot. Since the glue is on him.
So, we've got two lovely little finished characters. So we'll see you in a second. Hello, how are you?
Hey,
I'm a finished mighty ugly monster.
I'm a mighty cute.
You're mighty cute.
Ow. Oh yay! Ow!
Nice to meet you, mighty cute.
Ow! Rope! Ha ha!
Hello and welcome to this week's drawing date. All you need this week is some paper and some pens or pencils, whatever you most like to draw with. This week we're going to be looking at the human body. This is something that I study quite a bit whenever I'm working in the room 13 at the mill. We've looked at this quite a few times and there are a few really interesting, exciting rules about the human body that will help you to draw it more accurately. So I'm going to talk you through some of those rules right now. An adult head fits into the height of a person about 8 times. So the head times 8 times is the length of the body. So the body will be roughly split in half, a quarter, and split again into 1/8. So that's how the body is split. Also, very interestingly, your arms outstretched from fingertip to fingertip, so from this finger all the way over to the other finger, is about the same height as your body. So fingertip to fingertip is your height. Okay, your elbow roughly touches your waist. Your fingertips reach roughly halfway down your thighs. And also, really excitingly, your foot fits into your arm. So your foot is about the same length as your forearm. So this bit from wrist to elbow, that is about the length of your foot. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to try doing the human body in some different poses. So we'll leave our sheet up here and take another sheet of paper, which we're going to fold in half and then fold in half the other direction and back in half this way. It's just to give us 8 equal squares, so when we open it up our page is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal squares. And now we're going to practice drawing a figure in different poses. So if I want to draw a figure running, I remember that the head is really quite small. The body is about 3 times the size of the head. The legs, a good way of drawing a figure in action is to draw the legs in bits. So I'm drawing this figure is running. So I'm drawing the running feet, the legs in sections. So this arm is coming out here. And this arm is kind of going behind. So he really looks like he's running. He's coming up off the ground. This guy is going to be jumping. So I start with the head, and the body is about 3 times the size of the head. Then I start with the top of the arm and the forearm. Look how long the arms are. The arms together are longer than the body. Some little hands in the end. And the legs, remember that the legs are longer still. Okay, so now we're really getting into it. We can draw little marks underneath to show the movement. Now I'm going to draw a figure standing on one leg. Remember, the body is about 3 times the size of the head. The legs are longer than the body. So this distance should be a bit greater than this, but roughly not too far off the same. And don't worry if you don't do it perfectly at all. It's just, we're just doing all these little drawing practices, help our eye to get used to roughly what size, what the differences are in size between the different parts of the body. And the more you practice drawing a figure, the more you will gradually see by eye. Let's do one kneeling down. Body 3 times the size of the head. So the more you practice, the more used to this you will get. You will immediately start to know what length everything should be. So the legs are longer than the body. The body's much bigger than the head, a good 3 times the size. So bear that in mind, because sometimes when people start to draw bodies, they draw a very big head. But just remember, you draw your head, then your body's about 3 times the size, and that the legs are longer and the arms outstretched are about the same height as the body. So keep going, fill all the 8 squares, and I'd love to see some of your work. If you would like to email it to me, the email is included on your worksheet. So good luck. So for this week's awesome artist, we are looking at the artist Becky McRae. Becky is an art activist, and this means that she uses art to get her point across about issues that she thinks are really important in the world. Becky is particularly interested in the environment, and she would like us to look after the planet better. And she's also interested in just us being kinder and fairer to people. She thinks it's really important that we look after vulnerable people in our society, such as people who don't have as much money or who don't have a proper home. And she would like these people to be treated more fairly, and for us to share what we've got. So for very, very rich people, for example, to pay more tax and to share what they've got with people who don't have so much. So this particular artwork is the one that I want to show you. This is a big picture of it, and this is Becky here right next to it. The artwork is called Resist, and it is a giant cake that Becky has made out of wood and other items, and she has decorated it with icing type decoration. You can see up close, and some of these pictures up here show she has, for example, stuck a Barbie and other fun items. She's got like a big round cherry on the top, so it's just like a big fancy cake that you might get. And in this, she's really trying to get across the message that sometimes we are consuming too much. So we are buying too many things that we don't need. We're using up too many resources on the planet, and this is really bad for the environment that we live in. And sometimes we've got to think about resisting and actually not using so much. Some of the ways that we can do this is by recycling, using things that we no longer want in a novel way. So you might make a new bag out of an old t-shirt that you no longer want, something like that. Just simple things like switching off the lights in the rooms that we're not in, or turning the tap off whenever we're brushing our teeth so that we don't use up too much water. So all of these things are the kinds of things that Becky is thinking about when she makes her artwork. But as you can see, the artwork doesn't have to be really serious. This piece of artwork is so fun and playful. I just adore it. I think it's a brilliant idea. So it's a fun and exciting thing to look at, but it's also a way of getting across a message. So I hope that you might feel a little bit inspired, and I'm going to include pictures of this in your worksheet. But yeah, it's just a different way of looking at art. It might make you think about how you can make different things and not just the average normal painting or drawing. So for this week's tremendous tip, we're going to be inspired by the artist Yayoi Kusama. And she is a very famous artist, and she only uses dots in her work. So sometimes it can be a really good idea to limit ourselves in our work and see how far we can push just that one thing. So Yayoi makes paintings, but she also makes installations, and they're all covered with dots of all different sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my piece of paper and one coloured pen. So you could use a coloured pen or pencil or crayon, anything you like. And I'm just going to make some dots, but I'm going to use some things to draw around. So I'm going to draw around some things, and I'm also going to do freehand dots as well. So I've got quite a big dot, and then a bit of a smaller dot. I'll do another one here. And I maybe have one going off the page, one going a little bit more off the page down here, and another one of these over here. So after I've done my dots, I'm going to get another colour because this one's running out a bit, and I'm going to start doing lots of freehand smaller dots, and I might vary them in size a little bit as well. I might do some really tiny ones and some bigger ones. So I'm just using something really simple, and I don't have to fill my whole page. I can leave some bits blank as well if I want. But I'm just using something really simple, just dots. And I can colour them in or I can leave them blank, and I'm just using one shape to fill up my page, and I might do some dots inside the dots. Maybe I will do even little tiny dots inside my circles, my bigger dots. Now these are starting to remind me a little bit of cells. So I'm just letting myself do anything that I want, anything that I think of, but as long as it's a circle or a dot. So that's the only rule that I've got for myself. See all the different things you can do. So you can do circles within circles, circles that are joined together. And you can see you can build up a really quite interesting piece of abstract work using nothing very much. To see what you can create using something very simple and straightforward, and limiting yourself to dots, circles, or any other shape that comes to your mind.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you find you're stuck indoors,
Make some art and make some more.
if you're feeling really bored,
Make some art and make some more.
don't matter if you cannot draw.
Make some art and make some more.
Make something never seen before.
Make some